So today I want to talk to you about motivation and how you can get more motivated and why it's important, really. So hopefully the sound's going to get better now. I'm just walking to work, so sorry that there's no fancy Lamborghinis here today. My Lamborghini's actually in the garage being repaired. No, only kidding. I don't have a Lamborghini. But yeah, so I'm just coming off the main road, so it should be getting a bit quieter now. So yeah, motivation. And why is it important? I mean, if you think about it, everything we do in life requires some motivation. Even to get up, get dressed and go out for the day. To go to the gym, to eat well, requires motivation. And we don't always have motivation. So what typically happens is we want to do something, we want to be financially free, or we want to lose weight, but we don't want to do or put in the effort that is required to lose the weight or become financially free. So what do I do? Well, one of the biggest things that I do is I envision what the future will look like. Now, years ago, I had a vision board, and so I would put things on the vision board, and that would have all the things that I wanted to. Let me get a picture of traffic. So, yeah, years ago, I'd have a vision board, so I cut out things that I want. Pictures of cars, pictures of houses, pictures of anything that I wanted to achieve in my life, really, whether it be family, holidays, health, whatever. Now I don't have a vision board because most of my things that I've envisioned have become a reality. So, but what would I recommend for anybody new? Well, anybody starting out, then I would definitely say put your goals down on paper. Write down what you want to achieve and put some timescales by them. It's easy to put a goal on paper, but taking action and holding yourself to account for that is totally different. So put down what is it you want to do, when do you want to do it, and try and describe that goal in as much detail as you can. So if it's holidays, where do you want to be holidaying? If it's spending time with the family, how does that look like? Does it look like more family holidays? Does it look like more family get-togethers, barbecues, meals, dinners? What does it look like? So be as specific as you can about your goal. So we got our goals down. This sun, hopefully you can still, well, you don't need to see me, do you? You just need to listen. Yeah, this sun, I'm probably walking the wrong way for the sun. So let's go in the shade. So yeah, so goals, get them down. Or even better, visualize the goals. Cut out the things that you want, the things that you want to do. So if it's financial freedom, put that down. When do you want to become financially free? The next thing we need to do is, once you've got those goals, we need to work out how you're going to get them. So for example, if it's financial freedom, which I'm guessing for most of you watching this on my channel, it is, then what does financial freedom look like? For some people, financial freedom is £2,000 a month. Some people it's 5. Some people it's 10. Typically, financial freedom is at the point where your earnings exceed your outgoings, your lifestyle outgoings, your mortgage, your bills, your utilities, your holidays, your eating out, whatever it is. So that's typically what people define as financially free. So what is that amount? And then we need to work backwards. So okay, if that amount is £5,000 per month, that's £60,000 a year. What do we need to do to get that? How many properties do we need to either flip, although that's kind of semi-passive income, I wouldn't really say that's passive, or how many properties do we need to put in our portfolio, which is passive? So you can work that out. Let's just say you're going to make £500 per month from a property. How many will you need? Or you could earn, let's say, £2,500 to £3,000 per month if it was a HMO. how many of those do you need? So then we've got on paper how many properties we need, so we know what we're aiming for. Next, we need to put some timescales down for those particular properties. So what money are you starting with? What funds do you have available? Because you're going to need deposits to buy that first property. And the mistake people make is they'll buy that first property and then they'll run out of money. So what plan do you have in place in order for you not to run out of money? Because otherwise, yeah, you get one property, you're earning 500 quid a month. Oh no, you've got to save another 10 years to save another 50 grand for the next deposit. That's why flipping is a better way to get that deposit. So if you flip a property and let's say you get 40, 50,000 pound profit, you can then use that profit to fund the property that's going to kick out the passive income. So it's kind of a stepping stone, if you like. So so then you need to work out where you're going to get the funds from for the second property. So my advice would be flipping. So you flip a property and then you reinvest that into the second property. So once you've got that, then obviously we need to start finding the properties, which I'll cover in a separate video, but I just want to stick on motivation for a minute. So it's going to be tough. There's going to be obstacles you've got to overcome. There's going to be things that you don't know. There's going to be missing pieces of the jigsaw that you're going to need to find out. But this is where you can't give up. And this is where you can't procrastinate, because it's easy for us to think, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. It's great. It's easy. Yeah. But I'll just do it tomorrow. And the other thing that we tend to do is we tend to do all the nice things. And what I mean by that is we'll set up the limited company, we'll design a logo, we'll buy some stationery, we'll get a new laptop, we'll buy a new phone, or we'll buy a new camera because we're going to vlog our property journey. But we do all that and we don't actually do anything with it. Yeah, I'd much rather you get a property first and then worry about, do I need to get a camera or a limited company or an accountant afterwards? Okay, because that's the easy part. We can all go and do that. But what we fall into this trap of, oh, well, I've set my company up, or I've got an accountant, I've got a new laptop, I've got a new desk, I've cleared out the spare bedroom. But that doesn't get you passive income. All that is just vanity. Yeah, it just satisfies your the part of your brain that is trying to tell you that you've done something. Okay, but the real action, guys, is actually doing something that's working, moving you closer to your goals. Okay. Now, how do I keep motivated? Well, I keep motivated by reminding myself, that little voice in your head that either tells you good or bad things, the little voice in your head that's talking to you all day. And so reinforce that little voice with positive things. Tell it positive things. Do not fill it with negative things. Okay? So rather than the glass being half empty, the glass is always full. So yeah, and then the other thing is, and Muhammad Ali used to use this method, is something called back to the future thinking. And this is where you actually imagine and you put yourself into a state of mind where you are in the future. So what is now the world looking like? Now you've got your portfolio that's kicking out passive income, or it's certainly on its way to kicking out passive income. So what Muhammad Ali would used to do, he would put himself into a state of mind where he was in a future fight. And so he would imagine, he would run through the fight. He's actually physically run through the fight by throwing air punches, and imagine that his opponent is there and what he would do. And then he would envisage himself winning that fight. He called it back to the future thinking. So yeah, and we're walking up to a main road, so it's probably going to get a little bit noisy in a minute. So yeah, but there's lots of killers around here. There's lots of, that sounds really bad, doesn't it? There's lots of killers. Procrastination is a killer. I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, it's sunny today, so I'm going to go and do something else. Or it's too cold and raining today, so I'm going to go and do something else. So procrastination is going to kill your dreams. So lack of action. We have to get started. We have to do something, even if we don't like doing it. If you want to lose weight, this is just as an example. If you want to lose weight, you're not going to lose weight unless you eat less and exercise more. That's it. We know the formula. But as humans, we don't do it because it's too difficult. There's an easier way to do things. So with property, very, very similar. It's easy to fall into our comfort zone. Oh, I'll just watch this movie. Oh, there's a new Netflix series out. Oh, I'll do that. Hold on, just crossing the main road. There's a Netflix series out. We'll binge watch that. Or your partner, wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend. Do you want to go and do this or watch that? It's just too easy for us to do the easy and nice things. And if you think about it, if this is easy, then everybody would be multi-millionaires, wouldn't they? But it's not. Actually, I'll rephrase that. It's easy, but it takes effort. And that's what most people don't want to do. So don't be everybody else. Be the person that makes the effort. Be the person that doesn't procrastinate. Be the person that little voice in your head is telling you positive things. Reinforce things, and I can't repeat to myself now, but hopefully you get the message, and hopefully you can still hear me with this main road noise in the background. I'm nearly at the office now, actually, so I'll start wrapping up. So yeah, so get your plans down on paper. In summary, plans down on paper, and don't procrastinate. We want to do something now, and think of the result. Okay, think of what you're getting out of this. Okay. So yeah, I think that's about it, guys. That's my motivational Monday video for you. As always, if you've enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and more importantly, take action. What we don't want to be doing is for you to be in the same position in the next 6 months. We just don't want that. Yeah, take action, make it happen. You are in charge of your destiny. You are the only person that can make this happen. Where you are today is a direct result of your past decisions in life. So yeah, I've said enough. Get out there, make a plan, start working on that passive income goal. Don't forget, don't forget I also do mentoring. So if you're interested in being mentored by me, then DM me on Instagram. And yeah, go get it. Let's go, guys. That's it. Have a great day.